Alright guys, welcome back to What If Vegeta Spared Nappa. This will be the final part in the Tournament of Power part. Hope you are enjoying this series. I know I am. With all that being said, let's get to it. Everything seemed normal. However, one day Beerus would get a call. It was from Zeno. Zeno would have informed Beerus about the Tournament of Power and how he won an epic battle with all the fighters from all the universes. This shocked Beerus, and Beerus was informed what would happen if they lost. Beerus decided to gather up the team, but as they were gathering, Nappa had an idea. Goku had an idea too. Nappa said, why not get Captain Ginyu? They were all shocked. As Piccolo said, Captain Ginyu? Yeah, think about it. He could take someone's body. I mean, that's a pretty overpowered move. But it's not like we know where they are. We can use the Dragon Balls. So they used the Dragon Balls to wish to know where Captain Ginyu was. Meanwhile, we cut to Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu would be on a small off-world planet, relaxing, trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life now. Captain Ginyu, his entire life, has been a part of the Frieza Force. He's been fighting for the Great Lord Frieza. But now that he's dead, and he didn't care about him, where does he go now? He always knew Frieza didn't care, but he got a nice job, and he had a pretty good power. He had a pretty comfy life until he messed it all up and became a frog. Suddenly, though, the spaceship would land as Goku and the others walked out. Captain Ginyu would look up and say, go ahead and kill me. There's no point to my life anyway. Just send me back to hell. Or put me back in a frog's body, close enough to hell. They all looked at him as Nappa said, no, we want you in a tournament. Captain Ginyu would look up and say, tournament? He would explain everything. And Captain Ginyu realized he could get a good, strong body. And he can get a new life, a fresh start. So he agreed to join the tournament. As the rest of the fighters in the tournament were pretty much the same. So, except for Frieza, replaced by Captain Ginyu. So they all went up and they were ready to join the Tournament of Power. As all of the fighters walked in, they would look around and see all the other teams. However, Champa would begin to laugh. Oh, Beerus, I have something special up my sleeves. Beerus would say, what? I used the Dragon Balls on my Namekian planet and wished to see how to make my team the strongest. And they told me, you're about to get a massive headache. Beerus would simply sigh and say, shut up, let's get this tournament on the ropes. And as the tournament would start, Universe 9 would go after Nappa, Vegeta, and Goku, hearing that they all were the strongest. As they were back further and further to a corner, they would all fight, pushing themselves further and further. As the trio of danger jumped Vegeta, and the rest surprised Nappa and Goku, wanting to wipe out the three strongest warriors off the bat. Goku, Nappa, and Vegeta would all turn Super Saiyan as they all fought Universe 9 with everything they had. At least in that form. It turns out Universe 9 wasn't really that tough. They were just a bunch of amateurs trying to pick off strong people. And in the end, it doomed them, as Universe 9 was the first one to be erased. Everyone watched and stood still. But then the real fighting started to begin. As this was happening, Frost would walk up to Vegeta. Oh, hello, Vegeta. I've heard about you. I think it's time that I show you a power that only my kind can achieve. Frost simply began to laugh. As he turned gold, Vegeta walked back, and Frost said, behold my golden glory, behold my golden power, behold the power that no one else could achieve. Vegeta then began to laugh and say, Frost, you dumbass. Frieza already got that. Who's Frieza? As he just turned blue and punched Frost as they both began to battle each other. Kale and Cauliflower were about to get involved, but suddenly someone landed in front of them, Captain Ginyu, as he looked at him and said, what do you two think you're doing? Defeating you. Oh yeah, let's see about that. As Captain Ginyu is looking for someone strong to take their body, but suddenly Goku would jump in and say, I got this. But I said I got this. Captain Ginyu would say, fine, as he walked off. But as he was walking off, Hit would walk in front of him and say, where do you think you're going? Captain Ginyu would laugh and say, so you're the famous never miss Hit. Listen, your reputation might be great, but I'm not scared of you. Suddenly Hit would do a time skip and punch him again and again. As he would go flying, he would grab the ring and get back up. Hit would say, I don't know why they have you on your team. There's nothing special about you. True, they have some other weak fighters, but you seem different, like there's something about you. Tell me, or use that special move of yours. Captain Ginyu would say, with his time skip, he can easily dodge my attack. I need to wait for him to get winded. So Captain Ginyu would let himself get beaten up, and suddenly he would punch a hole in his chest. This would shock him. Why was he self-injuring himself? Then suddenly he would say, "Change now!" That distraction was just enough for Captain Ginyu to take Hit's body, as he began to laugh and say, "I am the great Captain Ginyu, and I have the power to take bodies." Champa would see this and be enraged. That's impossible. There's no way Universe 7 could do that. That can't be legal. The Grand Priest would look at Zeno, and Zeno would say, "Body swapping's fun. I allow it." Well, we allowed it. Looks like he took his body. Captain Ginyu then laugh and say, "Yes, I did it. I am the great Captain Ginyu." Captain Ginyu would then look at his old body and push it off the ledge. He still didn't know how to use time skip, so he was going to have to train himself. He was going to have to train himself to be ready to be in that body. So for now, he was vulnerable. Meanwhile, Goku would be fighting Kefla and would turn Ultra Instinct just like in canon. As everyone watched, Captain Ginyu would watch too and be intrigued. Goku has achieved a new height. He always remembered one in that body, but he could never figure out how to use it. It seemed like only Goku could use it. Goku is an amazing person, Captain Ginyu thought as he smiled. As Captain Ginyu trained and got used to that body, suddenly, Piccolo and Gohan will be fighting two Namekians. As Gohan and Piccolo both battled these two Namekians, the Namekians began to push them back and back and back until Piccolo went orange and began to push up against them. But they both smirked. "You think you're the only one who can do that?" Suddenly, they both turned orange. As Piccolo was shocked, "What the hell is this?" "Oh please, any Namekian can transform into this so they unlock their potential. You're not the only one who figured that out." Piccolo and Gohan both be battling, but they were on a losing streak. Piccolo could handle them both, but Gohan was getting his clock handed to him. Gohan couldn't do anything, and this made him begin to feel weak. And as he felt weak, he began to tap further and further into that power, the power deep inside of him, until he turned into his beast form. Both of the Namekians began to walk back, scared. "What is that?" Gohan said, "I am the beast in the night. I am the beast that will destroy you both." As he began to charge a special beam cannon, so did Piccolo, and they both launched it at the two Namekians, launching them both off the edge. Meanwhile, Nappa was approaching Jiren as Top jumped in front of the way. "Do you think you can fight Jiren? You'll have to get through me." Nappa turned Super Saiyan 4 as he began to battle Top, pushing each other further and further. As Top and Nappa began to battle, Nappa knew what he had to do. Nappa had to make a new form. But how? It was going to be such short notice. How was he going to make a new form out of nowhere? As he was battling Toppo, Vegeta would show up against Jiren and say, "I think it's time you and I have a fight," as he turned Blue Evolution, and they both began to fight. As Vegeta fought Jiren, it seemed like it was over, but suddenly someone began to walk up. It was Cooler, and he turned to his black form. As Choppa was shocked, "What is this? I've been hiding it for a while. With this form, I'll wipe out all you guys." As he punches Jiren straight off the edge, Universe 11 was shocked. Jiren was defeated just like that. Toppo would accept his God of Destruction form. Him, Nappa, and Vegeta would all team up on... As they were all battling Black Frost, Nappa knew he had to do something, so he combined his Super Saiyan 4 form with Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and became 4 Evolution. His fur began to turn all white as he looked straight at Frost. Frost would laugh and say, "Now you're a white monkey. I'm truly terrified." As he began to beat up Nappa, it seemed it wasn't enough. Suddenly, Orange Piccolo would grab Frost and say, "Now!" As Goku would charge in, Vegeta, and most of the other Universe 7 team. However, Universe 6 would come up and began to block them. 17, 18, Krillin, and Vegeta, Goku all got through, however, and began to blast a mighty ki blast straight at Frost. Frost began to grab onto the ring. And as he pushed Orange Piccolo off, all the ki hit him and began to slide towards the ring. And he said, "I will not be defeated. I will not fall off." Suddenly, Vegeta saw this as he put all of his energy into a big bang. As all of the attacks merged, knocking off Frost. But after Frost was defeated, all their stamina was almost used up. As Krillin and the weaker ones were forced to protect the stronger ones, Universe 6 was about to wipe them out. Sure, they lost a lot of fighters, but Kaba and the rest of them still have stamina. Kaba and the rest of the universes were all ready to fight him. However, something would happen. Hit would come in, but not Hit. Captain Ginyu, as he learned how to use a time skip, he would time skip, knocking out Dispo, and began to fight the rest of them with 16 and 18. 18 would get knocked out, so would Krillin, but eventually they would hold it off enough for him to get stamina, and Universe 7 would push back against the other universes, and eventually push them off the edge, causing a victory. Universe 7 would win the Tournament of Power, and all the universes would be wished back, and Nappa and his friends would continue to live on. And that's where I end things off. Hope you all enjoyed this video and the series overall. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. The Tournament of Power for me is always the hardest series to make a video on, because there's just so much shit going on, but you know, I think I did a good job. But yeah, if you disagreed, then shit on me in the comments. I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.